in, put more garlic in. The salt and pepper mix in the pot. Marty, making a mess. All right, stir that through a little bit. Alrighty, the previously unnamed hot sauce. I'm just going to go with maybe 2 or 3 shakes of this stuff. Go hog wild, man. If you want to burn the inside of your mouth clean off your head, do what you want. It's your soup. Alright, get that good and incorporated in there. Give it a smell, why not? Hey Mark, check this. Flour's still a bit raw, but it smells good.
Tastes like water.
Tastes like
onion.
What?
Never mind. Tastes kind of like
it
potato
does
soup
not.
juice.
That's right, we're totally the kind of guys who'll just stick our finger in there and try it. Just for the record, both me and Marty are very, very long time got paid to cook kind of people. Wouldn't say
so
professional.
So is our camera guy, by the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're professional cooks, although we were by virtue of getting paid for it back then. But by no means are we chefs, nor do we really particularly have desire to be. Alright, once you got that good and incorporated in there, go ahead and add in your seafood, scallops. God, I love scallops. That's why I'm making this soup. Scallops and the shrimp. Scallops and shrimp really don't take very long to cook. Granted, we're only cooking on medium. This is medium the whole time. Zoom in on the medium. Medium the whole time, it's all we're caring about. It's all medium today.
By the way, we don't have those really cool gas ovens and broiler plates.
Yeah, this is all electric.
This is the average person's kitchen.
We're really trying to do this with equipment that you probably have, with ingredients that you can totally find at a regular grocery store. Scallops, these ones were fresh. Sometimes you can't find that. Almost every price chopper on the planet. Any place with a meat counter probably has them. But you can get them frozen. I've bought frozen ones. I've made frozen ones. I've eaten frozen ones. So long as you thaw them out right, and that's another show, it'll be delicious. Actually, you know what? No, I'll tell you how to do it. If you want to thaw out some seafood real quick without messing it up, you're going to take a bowl, any kind of bowl. I would suggest a high-back mixing bowl. Something kind of like that. Actually, if it has a little pour spout on it, even better. And you'll take your seafood, except for use a clean one. You'll take your seafood, scallops, shrimp, whatever, dump it in there, set it underneath the faucet running cold water. Cold water. I know it sounds ridiculous, thawing it out with cold water, but if you thaw it out with hot water, you're going to start cooking the outside of it. And with the little pour spout, just let the water run over. Even if you don't have the pour spout, you might want to set a fork on there or something so that your scallops or shrimp don't pour out too. I've had that happen. Sucks. So, back to this. See how just putting that stuff in there, sticking this up? It's a combination of the meat in it actually absorbing it, but it's also kind of giving out its own water too, so it's mostly just the longer it's on the heat, the longer this is going to thicken up, and it's going to start cooking that flour, which is going to give you less of a floury taste. It tasted a little floury earlier. You could taste the flour, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I could taste the flour. But that'll cook off. You could use cornstarch. I'm not a big fan of cornstarch for like creamy seafood stuff. The flavor is different.
Flour is reserved for gravy.
Gravy, pretty much. As far as
a little bit of hollandaise sauce.
Yeah. As far as creamy seafood stuff goes, flour adds a little bit of heartiness to the taste that seafood really doesn't do. That's just my personal opinion. You can start seeing the shrimp starting to go a little pink. I mean, you can still definitely see, but see that right there? Those little pink veins right there? That's how you know it's getting going. This really probably should... Oh, man, it smells like a red lobster. Seriously, smell it.
Red lobster.
Cheesy biscuits on another day. I promise.
We're making bread bowls today. Another show, once again.
you're gonna want to stir this thing pretty much freaking constantly, because man, if anything in this gets singed at all,
it'll taste like crap.
Granted, we're not cooking on really really high heat. I mean, but if you don't keep it moving, singed milk is one of the worst things ever, because it smells like baby vomit. It's true. Dude behind the camera is a daddy. He smiled and nodded. But also the seafood is really delicate. I mean, that doesn't make it hard to cook. That actually makes it easier to cook because it cooks like that. If you're making scampi or something, which we will do one of these here days, if you're making scampi or something, don't expect to cook it longer than 2 minutes tops. I mean, this stuff just cooks so fast. It's just we're cooking on such low heat. But I mean, even now, it's getting there.
No kitchen towels, James.
I mean, you start seeing everything going pink. The scallops are starting to get opaque. They were a little translucent before, kind of easy to see through. And it's like they're starting to get more and more toward white. White's what you're looking for. White and kind of firm. I mean, they're always going to be a little squishy, but kind of firm. Pretty much all this soup needs is it needs for that protein in there to get done. That's it. You got shrimp and scallops in there that need to get done. Not even necessarily all the way through. A certain amount of residual heat will finish them off. But that's pretty much all we're waiting on. We're just waiting on them getting done. And this being a bisque, after it's done in the pot, it goes in the blender. That this will be completely pureed into a really creamy soup. And pretty much what happens when you puree it like that is, yes, you're going for consistency, because now it's, a creamy soup. Also adds a certain layer of sophistication if you're looking to impress somebody. This would be, it's definitely in my top 5 appetizers for a date that you want to be successful at, you know what I mean?
That could even be Valentine's Day for your wife, dude.
But if it's Valentine's Day for your wife, it better be an appetizer. Because you need to have like a rack of lamb or some squib or some crap. Squib's a pigeon, by the way. Just in case. So you didn't think I meant squid. You can do squid. I've done squid. It's really chewy. All right. Well, using the magic of TV time, I guess. We waited about what do you say, 4 or 5 minutes, Mark?
4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes, just to get the meat cooked off, and also to thicken up this broth a little bit. Here, get a shot of the broth here. Just a couple of minutes to see how much thicker that's gotten. It's. I mean, it's probably gotten another 50% thicker. So keeping that stirring. Gonna go ahead and drop the spoon here. Set it there. That's actually what those things are for. Imagine that. All right, gonna take the blender. Take all your stuff here.
Over the sink.
Over the sink. Sooner not make a mess on the counter, seeing as how we got 2 more soups to make.
Because when my wife got home, that would suck.
Just go ahead and dump all that.
Every
right
delicious last bit.
If you've got a rubber spatula, actually, you know what? We're going to toss it back in this pan, so the rest of that stuff is just being liquid. It'll go in with the puree.
Okay, that works.
So don't need to scrape it out. Take your pan, set it back on wherever. Close her up. You're going to want to close her up for real. Like all the way closed up. If it's got like a drainy thing, like for making emulsions with oil and stuff, make sure that's locked down pretty tight, because if this explodes all over your kitchen,
trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble. Alright, fit that on there. You don't want to liquefy it. So this is, a scale of 1 to 5. I'm gonna hop it up 3. I think 3 sounds like it's about heavy enough. It's gonna be just shy of puree if it actually has all of the things on there. So